I'm back again. Only did a little bit of cleanup. Of course, my break, but yeah, so not much else to share from 10 minutes ago or so. So this is the final stream of the day. And I plan to about an hour. It might actually be a little bit shorter, because afterwards I need to start with dinner. Also, it started raining outside, very lightly, but it is raining. Do hope this one dries enough for me to add a little chameleon paint, but because there is a dark blue one. So the downside of mask painting is you can't finish an image, well, something a week, because you're working on a lot of pieces at the same time and you have drying time. But when they're done or heading towards done, you can finish a lot at the same time. Okay, that should be fixed enough. I had to fix something here over here. Yeah, I'm not really impressed with these chameleon paints. It's just a paint with another glitter paint with another glitter paint through it. So yeah, I make that myself already. So technically I'm already chameleon painting. I mean, Hammery was chameleon paint by that standard, and by the way is now also finally covered. So onwards to the mouth and the eye. I think I want a dark green for the line, but I don't have that in a marker. I do have that in a paint, so I need to use paint for that. This one. According to Restream, only one person is viewing, but I have 2 in chat, so that's interesting. Okay, doing this by brush takes a lot longer, but hopefully it's worth it. This dark green really nicely matches, so that's nice. Now we're gonna do the lines. And there is a little hint of glitter in here. Just a little one. And see how much it just improves by using a colored outline. I know, marker goes a lot faster. Sometimes you just have to go for it. I'm not sure if I should add some shading to this. I think it's going to ruin it in this case. I think it's going to take away from the chameleon paint, the homemade chameleon paint. And the green I'm using right now is not a chameleon paint because it's greens with greens. It's just a very dark green I created because all my other paints didn't have a dark green. And I can of course try to see if the silver paint I have, if I can use that to make my own chameleon paint as well, but I need to reorganize my ETA bag anyway, so want to make a second flap so I can interchange them. Here we go. And yes, I'm going to outline the white teeth with this dark green so it doesn't jump out of. Okay, so I still need to do the white. The white is not perfect yet. But otherwise, Hammery looks almost done. I spot some reds. And I made the new blend. Oh, wait, need to clean that. Still shouldn't waste it because this is my blend with colors that are no longer available. Cherry red from the action might return. Around Christmas, perhaps. But the red of the action will never return. How can I be so sure? Well, I got this paint about 15 years ago. And the paint they have now is very crappy. You know, if I find a paint crappy, then it's really crappy. Oh, oh, Brown, where you go? Come back. There are little paints I consider completely hopeless. But the current paint of the action is quite hopeless. Time is almost ready for lining. Skin is opaque enough. Well, it had turned out too orange and it's a bit dark, but technically this is Ohio's color. This is slightly darker, but you know, I can live with it. You can call it orange if you want. I call it sunny yellow. That's skin. Still don't know how they're all curved. I think it has to do with heat. Just no idea how, but I could heat them up again, then put something heavy on top of it, flatten it. Oh. Does show how hot it can get inside here. But today is okay. It's a bit very humid, so not very comfortable, but workable. No, this is not a new blend. Peeled off. Whoops. My brown. This brown. I should start working on Caterpie as well. But I think that's for next time. Not next week, next time. It's almost like a vanilla color. Okay, so there's still gunk in here. This is Anzu, nicknamed the Huntress. Shouldn't put it in the skin. story takes time during medieval fantasy times, so for survival, for food, they do need to hunt. They do not hunt more than needed. At least our main characters don't. And Anzu really loved hunting, so she was one of the main hunters. But again, she only took what was needed and not what she wanted. I'm getting tired of using this pink. These certain parts are finally becoming more opaque. What else can I do? What is not drying? I think Yume is ready for some lining. So let's first grab our almost done. Yes, I know her eyes still need to be done, but I do those generally after lining because it's easier to correct the dark brown line, get there a little bit less from than having to redo the pupil. Second bot of the day, yay! Had a bot yesterday during my unplanned but still streamed stream. They are different bots every time, so it's not like a report is going to do much because it's just going to be another bot next time. But still, I appreciate them being reported because that's the way to stop them as soon as possible. See there, Mr. Spot. and prevent other users from having issues with them. Someone has to report them anyway. Yes, I'm using an almost run out marker for the first layer, because in certain cases I still go over it. Okay, so we need a little bit here, and that's, I believe, this color. And her eyes are copper, and I can't really reach that paint right now. So I'm going to do a first coat in brown. That might be a bit too dark. Okay, and then the mouth, because the dark pink didn't really stick. And human still has sides to do, so I think next time we're going to do a side session. I remember promising that for this week, but yeah. Gonna be in 2 weeks. And hopefully by that time I can 3D print some new characters. So Yuma's getting there. Needs a lot of white. Otherwise it's getting there. So let's first use up our crappy white paint. Because that means less good paint. Instead of tossing the paint, I use it. Which else needed extra white? Tama did. Skin tone. Tama can also have her eyes colored, and I know her eye color, and it'd be a red. So I'm grabbing the darker red for the first base. And in this case, the lines are on a different layer from the eyes. Never found out the reason why, but it's just the way it is. So this time if I do the lines, it wouldn't affect the irises. So next time Tama is probably going to get lined as well. White is just an issue. But that'll come, that'll come. Everything else is still too wet. You. Yeah, the white is white enough. So time for second layer. And also final layer. Like I said, this was made on my old printer, my old 3D printer. I printed this twice, and both times it failed, and that had to do with my 3D printer, not with the design. But since this is a freebie, I'm not going to 3D print it again, or at least not for sale. Unless, of course, Clamp gives permission to sell fan art of the series. Just like with Miku, there's permission to sell fan art. And that's why I'm making a Miku for sale. Does need a few touch-ups on the sides. But otherwise, Umi is going to be a freebie. By the looks of this, next stream Umi might be finished as well and ready for mica powder dusting, pasteling. I had planned Umi as for the re-release, the reboot of Magic Knight Rayearth, but it seems that one has been postponed. I don't know when that's going to be after all, but if there will be news before the next year about this, then I'm probably going to match the date, the release month. But like I said, that really depends on if it's going to be released next year. Does need a touch up here. Other than that, this looks fine. Just the eyes that need to be done. Okay, well, still have 20 minutes. You're dry enough. I'm not sure if you need to put it on a dark material, I think it looks best when next to a dark material. Because you still want coverage, you still want opacity. Because with just all metallic paints, you need a lot of layers to get it nice and flat. Just add a little extra here with the rest of my brush. It's a nice purple. Bit pinkish, but yeah, I like it. Whew. Layer that paint on that plastic. And for those who want a fun fact, these coins were inspired by a My Little Pony episode from the 80s. Okay, Raven, how far along is your coin? Dry enough for it to try it. Thunder Blue. You may put your prediction, what the secondary, the glimmer color is, the chameleon color, in chat right now because I'm opening it. Oh. Guys got a little bit more time because it's stuck. There we go. Huh. That's a bit disappointing. You can still guess it because you can't really see it anyway, but I'm quite disappointed by this one. They call it a Thunder Blue. But it's more a black with indeed gold. And that's disappointing. Because again, I already have gold. I can mix that myself. So we'll see how this will be after a couple of layers, but underwhelming. Whoever did those color combinations were not very creative. Yeah, it's technically not a black, but it's a very, 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 very dark blue. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Okay, I have 9 minutes left. should have plenty of this one. Because this is the moon one. And this is star one. So let's slowly round up the stream. Tuesday is a regular penny and audio novel art. Saturday is cleanup time. And if I have time left, I might continue the banner. So there might be a stream. Don't count on it. And if you happen to be there, you're more than welcome. Then Saturdays, I already mentioned cleanup time. Sunday is students, so no stream. Still busy sketching the characters. Still need to make quite some coins. So there is a possibility that the next Sunday stream is not going to be a craft stream, but a digital stream. Also depends on the temperature, considering can get quite hot on the attic. This one and Suta's hair. I also expect my test print book 6 next week, and if all is well, I'm going to order my stock. Which is a week, but at least I'll have some stock. Fantasy Fest. If I do need to change something, it will probably be done on the first day. So my projects are AnimeCon art entry, AnimeCon banner, 3D printables, sketching and 3D printing and painting for next year. Yep. Mousy. And after that, it's Eternity 7 art. And of course, editing Eternity 7 afterwards. And when that is done, I'm going to look into Penny Volume 6. But it might be postponed to 2027 because I don't want to rush it. I want to make decent art, and well, I'm having a lot of things to do at the same time. After book 7, I'm also going to look into ebooks. What's buzzing and why are you buzzing? Okay, first layer done. You can call these chameleon paints as well, considering it's such a blend. I don't want to color the moon and the star differently. I think it's nice this way. Yeah. Well, it's nice. Midnight dark. So that's nice, but it needs a base coat. Might have well just used black. Okay. Time for one more coin. So this is the last coin I'm going to do. Well, I already told you about my planning, my schedule. By the looks of this, Tuesday new stream, art stream, craft, digital art, penny webcomic. Nice thin paint, flows very nicely, but takes forever to dry if you slap it on this thick. Okay, that was a weird noise. It sounds outside. I think one of the birds found something, or maybe a leaf was tumbling over my roof. That happens. And this one would be nice with the bluish chameleon paint. Okay, almost there, and then I'm calling it quits for today. That's a nice coverage. So if you have any questions or anything left to say, now is the time, because I'm going to shut down for today and streaming 3 hours. Now it's time to make dinner. I'll show you my boy. Lovely hammery. All that needs is a little bit of white. And my own chameleon paint. Yeah. Okay, that was childish. I know. So I'll be seeing you a week digitally, and the week after digitally, and hopefully also in person. So I'll be seeing you. Bye.